What's up, guys? It's Mr. Janvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. And today we're going to be featuring that Keldeo team. This was supposed to go up on Saturday, but, it was a busy weekend for your boy. Some of you guys may know why, some of you may not, if you haven't seen my last video. Also, Cinderace, Magearna have been banned. Check out my last video. I was talking about the Uber Sunday, but I did a video on that, kind of going over that. So if you're interested, definitely remember to check that out. So yeah, that's an interesting turn of fate, because now this team might be even better than it was. So we'll see. We're gonna hop right into it. If you don't know how this team came to be, we did a team building with Jam series. The people asked for Keldeo, and so I had no choice but to oblige. You know what I'm saying? But nah. So Latios, which was something I was like is underrated and definitely slept on. Now its main reason for running Mystical Fire is now gone. And I'm not saying main. Ferrothorn is helpful too, but Mystical Fire's coverage is just not as good as Aura Spheres. But it one shots Ferrothorn, and it was helpful versus Magearna. So with that being gone, now it's like, oh, Lottie's speed tier contender, and Cinderace, Cinderace can be pesky, could be jolly, could be adamant, could have sucker. So I think a lot of creativity can be injected into the meta game right now. So looking at my opponent's team, I'm definitely gonna aim to I'm pretty real weak, but I said that in the video. I was like, when I was about to publish it, I was like, a little more real weak than I'd like, but we'll make do and figure that out. So Tran guards well against nothing in particular. It'll help versus his Sam kind of. My Clef is gonna be interesting here. He has two heavy hitters that I don't like. It's gonna be an interesting game. Like, it's actually not an easy easy matchup. But Rocks plus overwhelming Rillaboom with Keldeo might be the wave. And so initially my biggest concern would be the Rilla, especially because this is ladder, so he's 100% going for EQ. I mean, he's 100% leaving this Tran in. My question is less about the Tran, though. Without it, I Draco far more easily. I don't get why you'd lead with Heatran. I don't think that's the best matchup versus my style of team. But as I said, this is the ladder, so almost 100% chance you leave it in. I'm aware of that. Even though I could have been offensive, which had no drawbacks for earthquaking there. I could have been slower, no drawbacks of earthquaking there. But I know I won't lose the game if he left it in. Whereas I think I lost a little more if he went Man Buzz. Actually, that's not true. I should have just killed it. Buzz invites Tran. But let's go Latios here. Yeah, like even the stain to Magma Storm, that's silly. So we're gonna Aura Sphere hard. Just silly. But as I said, this is the ladder where risk versus reward is skewed and all these things and blah 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 and such and such. Actually got an option here of actually so he hops for Hippowdon, but he's Smooth Rock. Very interesting Hippowdon decision here, considering if Aura Sphere did 24, maybe this guy is just figuring it out as he goes. If Aura Sphere did 24, like assuming I was Aura Sphere is what? Aura Sphere is only base 80. I thought it was 90. I didn't know they dropped it this gen, which is why it explains why it's doing so little. All right, whatever. Source here. 80. I'm thinking Draco would do over 3 times, right? Because 80 times 3, 24. No, it wouldn't. So one would assume you'd roost here or hard switch back to Heatran. Right, excellent. Excellent. So this allows for me to pivot to my Tran. Even if the Earth powers, he can't knock me out. He's a bulky Tran. It could be Protect Tran with EQ. Yeah. But I said he seems like the type to do what he's doing. So relatively obvious plays, but I'm not making a play that loses me the game if I get it wrong, you know. And so what I think I can end up doing here is really hammer his weights at his team with my, for example, right here. Again, just by the nature of how he plays, I can see him trying to Toxic, but he protects. Which works out for us as we get to Aura Sphere here. I'm not sure what his last move is. I'd assume it's Toxic, but it could be Taunt. It could be Taunt. Which is why Latios is just very, very useful versus Tran. So gives me 63%, especially if it's gonna be for a Magma Storm. Okay, so it shows the Taunt. We get to Roost on his Tech / Switch, and yep, Excelente. And we Aura Sphere to get the damage on his Mandibuzz. Now, one big downside of Tran getting hit there is definitely Rillaboom being able to Grassy Glide a little more freely. I do have my terrain as well, so I have 2 upsides. So there's the Mandibuzz, right? So the Mandibuzz, now he can't guard against Draco, but because he got the Toxic off it sucks. I probably could have killed him with Draco there if Aura Sphere did. Huh. I didn't think about that. I probably could have killed his Mandibuzz there. It's not that important, but it would have been put me in a slightly better position versus his Rillaboom than not. Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to modify this team for a better Rillaboom check. But he goes Tran, so I disagree with. Really boots, especially because Coco is annoying, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. And he doesn't know if I'm choice specs. I wouldn't go down to anything he goes for. Fatex. Okay. I wonder if Magma knocks me out with the. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Literally perfect. Perfect, because I'm assuming he'd sack. He saw the leftovers though, but I was gonna say I'm assuming he'd sack Heatran here, but he could go hard Zam. Man, I do wish I had gone with my gut and killed his Tran, but that wasn't even a gut play. That was I didn't properly assess how. Okay, very odd decision there, particularly because he loses all the health that he just gained and potentially gets burnt. Oh, he has a Roar. Okay. Interesting. Couple downsides to this, but gonna rocks hard. It's a shame. It's a shame, buddy. Rocks hard. Here he obviously just goes for slack off. I'm gonna Magma Storm if I can connect, because he'll shut down his Dracozolt, and if I connect, I KO him. There's Zam. So Zam has to commit to a fighting move, or nasty plot, I guess. Okay. So U-turn here. Who we want to give up? His sand is gone, meaning Dracozolt is useless. I need my setup. Tran can now come in back on Rillaboom, and then he can't guard against Earth Power after that. Clef is very important as well. Latios can't be guarded against, but how am I gonna get Latios in? Couple options here, honestly. I think it just comes down to how I intend to end this game. I don't think I'm sweeping with Keld. So Sandstorm is one more turn left, so it gives me Zam. This allows for me to position landers well. Primarily because I assume Rillaboom would come in. If Rillaboom comes in, he has to commit to a Grassy Glide or a... Okay, so goes to Mandibuzz. And he forgot, he either doesn't have boots or he forgot his boots. So this allows for us to... He's Rocky Helmet, Mandibuzz, okay. Who do I want here? I want Keldeo here, because positionally it forces in Rillaboom and stops everything else. This allows for a free sub, free quote unquote. Right, because I'm trying to force again the Rillaboom in for the repeated damage, as he actually opts for Dracozolt. Sacred Sword should 2-hit KO with what I'm assuming Life Orb, or without. Yeah. You can't guard against this anymore. So Dracozolt is gone. Game's still far from over. Still far from over as Rillaboom comes out. My biggest concern would certainly be the Swords Dance variant. So let me think. If he glides and I lose Keldeo, if he SDs and I go Tran, I lose far more value. Yeah, I'll just attack him. What did he go for? Superpower predicting me to go Tran. So he's banded, which is good info, which means that I get a kill here, which is gonna be Mandibuzz, but him being banded is like really good. Just never go Heatran there ever. You don't need Mandibuzz, so now you guarantee can't win. Now you never ever go Tran there. And so now, like, Heatran is in a position where no matter what the opponent does, it can't be stopped. So, you know, he has to commit to Grassy Glide here or whatever. We throw Landorus in here, because unless he Wood Hammers, he can't knock us out. No, of course, in theory. And so Coco here forces the... It could have went Tran, to be fair. I just don't think there's any shot. Yeah, ideally I get him to hard switch into Rillaboom here. Yep, because we're Life Orb Clef now. The only way he can knock us out is with Wood Hammer, and that will recoil kill him. Mm-hmm. Then Coco. A very odd played game. Oddly played. Yeah. Very oddly played. I think he could have given me more trouble than he did. But when I saw him just recklessly leave Heatran, and then just how I could tell, like, okay, he's reacting to me. I don't think he has a game plan. And once I realized that it's not very, so I always emphasize, guys, focus on the fundamentals first, because you can get to the competition at 1800 for you guys. Once you learn the stuff I'm trying to show you, will be easy for you, because most guys that get there are just, they've played long enough and have enough reps, so they just know what, or they get lock onto a really good team and have a really good run. But a lot of them don't have the fundamentals. So a lot of you guys who are currently in 1600, it's purely psychological when you play somebody higher than you, because you're thinking they know some secret. I'm like, most of you guys in the academy would be that guy, and there's no kind of shade to him. And I want everybody to get better, obviously, but I want to empower you guys to know that it's not they don't know something that you don't know or something like that. He has a very cool mod that I like to see in Aegis Slash. Very, very good mod. I think super overlooked. Excited to use that. This is a really difficult one, especially specifically because of that Aegis Slash. Now, this team was designed to lure and bait Slowbro. The Slowbro is dead, then Keldeo can eat him up. But or if I can toxic his Slowbro, which might not be too hard, because his team is pretty Heatran susceptible. Clefable has to be kept at the utmost for Como-O. Coco, assuming it's not Scarflando, absolutely hammers my opponent. If it is Scarflando, we lead, remove rocks pronto. And then Latios, I'll Draco force and try to force Dracos onto Aegis Slash repeatedly, assuming it's offensive, and try to weaken it that way. But phase 1 is going to require Landorus, primarily because of his own. Alright. Alright, I forgot this was a Pokemon. I think he knows I forgot to, because if I let Coco, it would have put him in a horrible spot. Or Latios. Coco would have been a better lead. Yeah, I completely blanked on Zapdos' ability, which now means he gets a free Brave Bird, which might one-shot Coco. He'll definitely two-shot Heatran if he's defensive. Oh boy. Okay, I just made a big mistake, guys. And what's funny is Lander is not that important here. So, like, I actually would like to sack Landorus over anything else, but it's nice for his, and that's it. So I made a big blunder here. How do I fix this? Gotta give somebody up. Okay. I'm gonna give Latios up, unfortunately. Oh, he CCs. That was silly. There's no reason to CC there. Yes. Yes. Okay. He let me off the hook. So I'll roost here. Obviously he's going to... Yes, he let me off the hook. Especially if he gives me Tran. Depending on his Tran, he'll get to it. He has Spadef. Spadef Toxic, maybe Rocks. Magma Storm is not the wave. I really need to remember how much Magma Storm takes. But here, you don't let me just roost for free. Thing is, I don't think you can stop me unless you're toxic. Okay, that's taunt. Okay, taunt toxic. Okay, so this might not have rocks, or it doesn't have earth power. Good taunt there, but now he has to hit another. He has to hit another Magma Storm to KO me. Otherwise, this Heatran, I'm gonna take it from him. Connects though. All right, so Latios. I mean, I was expecting Latios to die anyway, so that works out for me. But this is an even bigger deal, primarily because now, one is Clef is opened up significantly, but also Coco. If that's not a Scarf Lando, which I don't think it is, because unless it's Rocks Como, like I could go Keldeo here. There's so many options here. I want one that guarantees me value, and I think Keldeo is just that. Especially if I get him to protect. He shouldn't protect, but he might. To see what I go for. Goes to Heart Aegislash. That's actually great for us. This is actually perfect, because Aegislash is one of the few things that also can't take a... Aegislash is one of the few things that 20%, so I'll do a lot. But with the burn, Heatran always comes in here. I need Shadow Ball again, because you can't arrest me subbing up on his King Shield and start Calm Minding. So these things are actually looking up for Coco here. So now phase 2 is gonna mean Rocks. I'd love to catch his Lando here if that's what he'd go to. Again, if it's not Scarf. But if it is, I have my Lando, and then I just shuffle in Rocks repeatedly so that he can't just do whatever he wants. But Coco is looking handsome right now. So there's the Lando. So I said a Magma Storm there would have been more valuable than Rocks. But if he's Scarf, then this works out perfectly fine. As he defogs. Unsure of what that means. I'm unsure of what that means. What I mean by unsure of what that means is he could be Scarf defog. I think there's always value out of knocking here. So he's lefties, toxic. Okay, perfect. So then Rocks up Coco is swimming time. Huh, that means Clef might be able to 6-0 my opponent. Heatran, that's fine. Heatran can only taunt Magma. We position our Heatran here. Yup. And so now he can't knock us out with Earth Power, but this is a far better trade for us. Because now he knows my Keldeo set, so he should always go to his Slowbro. Protects. Plus he doesn't know whether my Heatran is fast or not. So it goes to Zapdos Galar. Tapu Koko can technically eat. Just doesn't eat it well. I'll eat it roost. Yeah, I'll eat it and roost. Roost on what I'm expecting to be Lando or Heatran. Right. I'll take the bit of U-turn damage. That's gonna go a long way with the Dazzling Gleam 2-hit KO. Lando right there was silly, because I 2-hit KO'd that. And he seems to be a non-U-turn variant. This man has Defog, Toxic, U-turn. So what's his rocker? Como then. Okay. Because he only has Earthquake. Okay. So good info. Again, just weighing my options here. Silly, very silly. Close combat early in the game as he goes to Slowbro. Perfect. Let's see what kind of item this is. It's helmet. So Clefable positionally is best. Excellent. So we get to Calm Mind here for free. I knew he'd leave it in. I knew he'd leave it in there. But the off chance he went straight to... Okay, cool. So all we do now... Future Sight's gonna hurt though. Could kill his Zapdos here. But Clef is way more important. But Brave Bird, Bandit Brave Bird is gonna hurt. And I'm not sure how much Future Sight is gonna do. Bandit Brave Bird may do like 66. Future Sight does. and then I'll be healthy enough to come back in. Then I'd pivot back into Tran. I think my question is it better to go hard Heatran here and take Future Sight plus 2 Brave? I don't think I'll take 2 of those. I could just remove the Zapdos, but then he gets to free switch into whatever he wants. Or I could heal Clef, get the free switch in the Heatran, and get up rocks. Because again, Coco and Keldeo are my win cons. And they do it also well. So, need rocks pronto. What are my options here? Okay, alright, so I'm just gonna Moonblast and kill it. Yeah, I don't think Future Sight will do enough to where I can't come in and pivot back in on slow, bro. 26. So I could have saw Bull. I'm low, but the mons I have left are offensive strongholds, meaning I have an offensive check to his Como, which has to be his rocker. And so I don't need the defensive backing of Clefable, because it really only checks the Como. And then it's an offensive sweeper from there on moving forward. So I could have killed his Slowbro, I'm pretty sure. Electric Terrain boosted Life Orb, T-Bolt. I'm sure I would have done at least 70. But hey, it is what it is. Because nobody expects T-Bolt there, especially not Life Orb. But if he went to Tran hard or Aegislash hard and I didn't Calm Mind, it would have put me in a worse spot. And so he goes for Como here, which is very odd. I'm assuming Body Press. Earthquake, huh? Okay. Curious as to what the item is. Oh, wow, I get this nice yummy momentum. Nice. Whoosh. Nice. Nice. So what I'm gonna do here is substitute. My man EQ'd. Substitute again. Oh, he's just not. He just doesn't give up. If he switches out to Lando here, good play. Good play. I get. Hey, I mean, if he switches it out, he switches it out. Good play. There's way more reason to do it now. But he clicked the EQ pretty fast. So he was like, I'm just trying to stop the substitute. But he has a slow, bro. Nah, he was just sacking it. I don't think he realized. So, okay, now. What's going on with the ladder, guys? Yo, Academy takeover time is it's now, guys. It's now. It's now. Like, there's no better time than now. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So what Landorus allows for here? Okay, Clangorous. Did not expect Clangorous. So he just doesn't have rocks. 2+2 special attack. Let me take my little bit of chip and go. Clangorous Soul might have gotten swept. He just didn't have rocks. Okay. Clanging Scales. Doesn't that drop your defense? I'm gonna keep shuffling around his attack drops until I'm gonna keep shuffling around attack drops until do I even need to do it like this? I could sack maybe -1 attack. I could probably do it a different way. I could give up Killed. Like Keldeo. Could give up Killed and do this with just. Yeah, no, I don't think you. Yeah. So he dropped his defense. which means now I can 2-hit KO him. I just need him to not well, Soul Blaze can boost you again, right? Okay, I'm pretty sure Coco eats this because of the -1 attack. Yeah, okay. Such a weird game. Such a weird game today. My timer is gone. I just needed to think that through. Cause he could have done the... I think you can do it multiple times, if I recall correctly, and then I didn't want him to get another speed boost and another boost up and all that stuff. So we had to position ourselves well there. We always go tranny here. CC. Good CC. Good CC. And now we just go for Earth Power. So free Earth Power. And now Keldeo just wins after this Toxic. Yeah. Teleport there. Teleport no longer matters here. Because he doesn't want Tranning. Tranning means Keldeo's in. Especially because I'm not sure if he even has Earth Power. He hasn't used it. So, very weird live today, guys. But the Keldeo team did alright. They did alright. Soft boy here. So he shows Earth Power there. About time. Substitute here. And we just Calm Mind here. He'll be in blade form. Right. And he'll go down to Scald in blade form. So he goes to slow bro. But the problem is you'll take a ton of Scalds to break my sub. So by the time you future sight, it's over. So I don't think you can break my sub, but yeah. So if you teleport, that's just never gonna work. Because Scald kills Aegis Slasher and you can't break the sub. Yeah. This is why sub Keldeo is solid versus future sight users, and I kind of alluded to this in the video. So obviously now Coco wins, but yeah, it's easy to a KO here. So yeah, that's the game. Thanks for watching, guys. Oops, you might have heard my phone going off. I really enjoyed this live. Very odd live today. But you guys can, I just want the Academy to rise. I actually wouldn't even mind. I want the ladder as a whole to just be a challenging experience where people aren't just making silly misplay, which the ladder being better means competitive scene is better, means the tournament scene is better, and just everybody wins, I think. But because it's also more fun, you know. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. The theme link is in the description. Hit the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next Team Building with Jam live. Peace.